we're going to go through different phases here in our, as we try to build this team into something, and from our coaching staff, we're going to have certain expectations now that might be different than when you're sitting there. If you're in Tampa coaching a veteran-laden team, you have a different approach than when you're coaching a bunch of young hockey players. And the one thing I know is our whole coaching staff, while they may be inexperienced as coaches relative to some other coaches and staffs, they're certainly not as players. They've been through it. But more importantly, they're all very bright, intelligent people. They don't lack a strategic mind for the game of hockey. It's just, for us, we have to have priorities. We have to have this balance. And they're confident enough that we can have conversations. And that's, what we're trying to do with everything that we do. So ultimately, Marty and his coaching staff are make decisions about what they need to work on, but it doesn't mean that we're not going to come down after a game and say, our D zone looks terrible, or we're making bad decisions on zone entries or things like that. There's that constant dialogue, and there's a process to it all. So hopefully, I would say to people, be patient, and we can't, Rome wasn't built in a day, and I don't think you can teach your team to be great in one day either. But I think you've seen after a tough road trip that they put a little bit more focus on rush coverage and D zone, and I think we've defended much better since. When you come into a situation like this, where we're trying to build a team that can win on a sustainable basis, there's so much to do. And I think the challenge will be, as we move forward, how we give shape to it all, and how we evolve this environment, right? Like how do we, this balance that I was talking about between so many things, it's like, how do you create a work environment that's fun to come to every day, where people are excited to go to work, but yet they're held accountable? And that's different today than it's going to be 2 years from now or 3 years from now if we're doing our job.